So, um, how does one find their passion? Because for me also, to come into my passion, it took me 27 years. So how does one find their own passion? Because there are a lot of youngsters here who are just starting their journey and they really are clueless. Like many times I go to colleges, schools, I ask them, what is your goal? So they say, we don't know. So how do you know what is your passion?
Okay, I will tell you something very interesting. As we say in law of attraction, also I say it here. Either you find out your passion or your passion will find you out. That is why someday you will definitely get connected to the passion. Often we have not found out your passion because of a sense of fear, because we always remain in a stage of the zone of comfort. In the zone of comfort, we do not explore. When you do not explore, we remain very limited with our choices. So then we start compromising and leaving it. So first thing first, the moment we do away with that fear, we'll find there are so many things outside. And the moment we step ourselves outside, we will start connecting to something which is an inner call of us. So that is how I think finding that a passion is first, we have to find out what is it that drives us and does that give us a sense of fulfillment. Because there may be many things that drives us. Even smoking will drive me, but that doesn't give me a sense of fulfillment. So the first thing first we find out what is it that drives me and is it really giving me a sense of fulfillment. Second, I got to find out whatever is driving me, does it have a business value from an entrepreneur point of view? Like if something is driving me, I must find out, does it have a business value? That means can the world be looking towards it? Can some money be made out of it? And if that is okay, then I will be finding, am I ethical on the sense? If I find yes, then I'm definitely ethical, then the value addition and do I have the expertise? I can develop the expertise. So these are some of the acid tests generally we do when we think about like what passions us or what is our passion.
Yes, sir. I remember because one day, I think that was a beginning point when I knew I was not in my passion. Because teaching was something that came very naturally to me. And one day in class, I was teaching children, I think it was biology and about cells and the mitochondria and things like that. And I'm just thinking, okay, here I am teaching about the life and how the cells work and things like that. And all that I want to do is teach about life. I think that, as you said, if you don't find your passion will find you. So I think that's when my passion found me. And for the viewers, I can also put little insight into how I came to my passion. Is like I did not find my passion. That was one particular thing that came to me. And one day, one student, but ex-student of mine came to me and said, Biji miss, still at Vivek? So that struck me, okay, should I be doing something different? Because I thought I was to be a teacher for the end of my life. I still am actually in one way, but I knew that this was not giving me that creativity. Like the second part that you said, does it fulfill you? So I was driven to be a teacher, but it wasn't fulfilling me. I knew there was something lacking within me. So that's how I decided. And then I came into this field. And later on, I think I was interviewed by Vocart people. They had started with some program to start for startups. And if you were selected, there was an interview. So in that interview, they said, you have a lot of things to do, but how are you going to turn it into a business model? So that is when, you know, I started thinking and all the creativity urges came out and I started working onto that. So I moved from being a life designer to an entrepreneur field. I'm still taking baby steps. So I'm sure I'll be learning a lot from you today. So let's proceed. Next, I want to know, how does one know if they have the qualities of entrepreneurship? Is there a checklist?
Yeah, there is a checklist. I think one of a trainer whom I know, he has joined. His name is Mr. Saroj. So the name must be coming Saroj Prince, something like that. Recently, I think he has attended Tony Robbins' WhatsApp and has come. So what I talk about is that there are certain qualities of entrepreneurs, and you buy a book, you will find many qualities of entrepreneurs have been spoken about.
Yes.
What I have realized in my journey about entrepreneurship is that creating a package or product out of your ideas So most of the time, I've seen there are a lot of people who are creative, who are innovative. They can think of beyond boundaries, but they do not make it a package which can become a need for the audience or for the people. That is why, yes.
I am one amongst them. Still not learned the exact way. Yes.
So what I really believe that if you can create a package, when you make it a package about your ideas, can you make money out of it? Because if I'm not creating a money out of anything, I have seen a lot of like people who are into the business like you and me, Busy. We do a lot of counseling free of cost, isn't it?
I know.
Somebody comes, we do a counseling, we do not charge. Yeah. So what happens? So what happens over there? We are creating a package, but we are not making money out of it. So it is not a business; it's a service. But if I want to be an entrepreneur, I got to make it a package and got to make money out of it. And second, through my package, whatever product I have designed or service I have designed, can I make others to earn money out of that? So if I can make others to earn money out of that, then those people will sell my product. You see, like the kind of business we are into training, any good trainer, he will find others take their product and they sell, they make money. When they make money, ultimately your business will be sold. Thus, the second rule that I have seen is that create a product, then let it be sellable, then make others to earn money out of your product. Third most important thing is that you should be able to bounce back or deal with uncertainty and risk and being persistent, because for any business follows a path. Either you go to the peak, you fall, or you go somewhere, you struggle, then you grow. So during this period, you really need to hold on yourself. You really need to have a resilience in you, and you need to have a persistence in you. If you are missing that persistence or selling through uncertainty, definitely you cannot do business well. Third most important thing is the knack to accelerate. I have seen a lot of people who do business. Once they set a target, suppose today they're earning say 10,000 rupees per day. Then they decide the moment it becomes 20,000, my game is done. And they remain there. They don't further grow, because for every level, when you want to grow, you got to invest. Like the career where you and me, every 1 year we invest a lot of money on ourselves to retrain, to get something new. So why do we invest? Because we want to scale up. So this third quality is called as acceleration and scale up. The fourth one is, we call it as self-resilience. Self-resilience is very, very essential, because when you see a big dream, first, the number of people they will encourage you is always lesser than the number of people they will discourage you. So, people will talk from the failure's point of view, and they will attempt to create that mental imprint in your brain that this business is not going to go about. So that's why being resilience, bouncing back, this is a very, very good quality of an entrepreneur one should have. And the one more quality I would tell you, that you create more entrepreneurs. If you can create more entrepreneurs or create more, enterprise, then that is another quality entrepreneurs must look at. So these are 6 qualities I have learned through. Somebody wants to learn whether they have the quality or not, there is a test available which is called PAVF. PAVF, entrepreneur self-assessment.
Sir, please say that again, because it was halted for some time.
P for Pani Puri.
A
for atom bomb. V for visualizations. And F for fun.
Okay. ये तो पूरा पैकेज हो गया, sir.
Yeah. So this is actually test available, which is called PAVF Entrepreneur Self-Assessment. So one can go download it and can find out where they are in this assessment.
Now this assessment is for adults.
Yeah. People actually who dream to be entrepreneur, so they can go for it and do it.
A specialized test for adults to find out your entrepreneur style or your entrepreneurship qualities. Right? And for children, students and professionals wanting to change or shift, we also have I do something which is called a psychometric assessments. It's BAT 9. So we use BAT 5. It's a battery of assessments where you get an idea onto which are the domains that you will do well, or excel in, depending upon your strength and your qualities that you have, your attitudes, your abilities, and your interests, matching the three. So we have two tests available. One is PAVF for adults, and we also have psychometric assessments which can be used to find out which is the domain or the career domain that you will be excelling in. I had this wonderful opportunity to provide this test to one of the anesthetists. She had a chance of becoming a medical director, and when you have to be at such a big position, you begin to doubt yourself whether you have it in you to justify that role. So we did this assessments, and today I must say, like, she's become the group director of 4 hospitals. So
Wow.
I feel so great. I mean, it's like we do invest in people, but when they invest in themselves and they reach a particular level, where we get inspired by them. So that is what I think you were talking about. Like, an entrepreneur should make people, build their own money and grow as entrepreneurs. So that's a very fulfilling case that I have had, and I'm really happy to have been instrumental somewhere in that. So let's continue, sir. So we've talked about how we know what our passion is, what are the qualities for entrepreneurship. Now, suppose we have started our entrepreneurship, how do we accelerate? How do we accelerate and, try to constantly revive, change, adapt, and move towards higher pursuits?
Okay. A business should make it a story. So what I'm saying, everything you do, whether your business, your product, the process, your journey, everything is to be converted into different set of stories. And those has to be success stories. When you create stories, people connect. And once you have made stories, what you got to do, you got to reach out people. That is why it is the acumen, it is the method to accelerate your business is first thing first, you create stories. Second, connect or network with as many as people as possible. Third, reach out for organizations who help you in marketing, in promoting your business. Whether it is a group, it is online, offline, doesn't matter, it is Amazon, whoever is that. So look out to people who will market you, because you can market, but you may not market to many. But if others will market you, the business will go big. So reach out to people or to organizations, to mediums where the marketing can go sporadic. Then, connect with people who are your satisfied customers, sell them repeated products because they will talk more about you, and create happy customers. Ultimately, I will tell, remain ethical. The moment you follow this, your business will definitely grow up and you can be in the market.
I know. I think I had read somewhere about selling with integrity, and I firmly believe in it, because we were doing something. We've got a question. So, so we were talking about accelerating business, and I got that question. I need somebody, to read the question so that I will be in the flow. Okay. So, sir, once you are in the business, you know about the steps, you're doing a lot of networking, you're collaborating with people. Like, I collaborate a lot with Personify, which is a organization by an international image consultant, Twaran, and we're doing a lot of programs. And, there have been programs which I can take independently. But when she is there, it makes a lot of difference. See, I have realized the importance of collaborating within this few months, that it is very important, because I may be able to give you only one side of the vision. But if there is another person, that person will be able to put something more from their side as well. So I have seen that if, of course, your vibes have to match, you have to be very careful of with whom you are collaborating, because that is very important. So that is one aspect or one strategy that I'm already doing. I also have an event partner who promotes my product. So it becomes easier for me to reach out to a larger number of people. But initially, I have seen a lot of people who get scared to come into collaboration. They feel it is competition. But today, I feel collaboration is a need of the hour. And I believe it is because of collaboration that we are surviving such a great crisis. right? That we are going through
Absolutely.
now. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
So now once that we have decided to accelerate the business, we need to train, right? We need to train ourselves as well as our staff. So how important is training and development for companies, organizations, institutions, and individuals as well? How
Wonderful.
important is training?
Now, whenever we do a business or any organization, it goes through a path. Organization has a reality where the organization is at present. Organization has a vision where it wants to go.
True.
Now, people are at the reality because they have the capability to keep the organization in the reality. Now, to take the organization to the path of vision, people need to improve their capability to take the organization to the path of vision. So this improvement of capability is what a person learns through training. That is why
True.
if people grow, the organization will grow. So training really keeps an important part, place. If you do not train, you will miss the train actually. So that is why you have to train people, and
Yeah.
training is really essential.
Yeah, I've heard this quote which says, train your employees till they become better than you. Then love them so much that they will never leave you.
Absolutely. And after that also you have to train them.
Yes.
Thanks for viewing, and I'm sure you've had a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, and share as much as possible so that others too can be enlightened. We'll be happy to bring you more and more videos, and if you have any queries with regards to personal development and personal growth, do write to us at seminarbiji@gmail.com or message us on 8355 824 990. I win when you win. God bless.